is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. This is Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the 50, it's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Titans! A.J. Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Throwing, Hundley. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
This defense for the Titans, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. What good hands there defensively. And second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Hundley. He'll get this one to Pittman. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
They'll run here with Mack. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. Now,
touchdown! Nyheim Hines. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play. Of this first quarter. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. 30. Not today.
After the penalty, it's Henry. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill looking deep for Julio. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones. 53 yards, and the Titans are going to retake the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. On second down now, it's Hines. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And 40 catches as a rookie for Michael Pittman. He overcame some early injury problems and really developed into a reliable target as the season went on. The son of a former running back, that's what he looks like after the catch.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the give, this is Mack. And he'll go down at the 28.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Now it's Hines, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Mack to get it again on 2nd down. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Mack to get it again on 2nd down. And a short gain down to about the 33. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
When the season began, the Colts went through a 3-man shuffle about who would emerge as the lead running back for them. It turned out to be Jonathan Taylor, the rookie out of Wisconsin. But when they needed a pass catcher out of the backfield, it was Nyheim Hines. 63 catches, 3rd most by a running back in the NFL.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hines. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll be 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
First down and much more for Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back? Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Titan football. but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 9 gain, and of course he got some good news this week. He was player of the week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it. Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Tannehill. And that is incomplete. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away. Here's Brett Kern now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt. Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. And he's out right at the 25. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going? On first down, Hines, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Oh, he fakes a spike. Escaping the pressure right. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Tannehill. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 10, Hundley. This is caught by Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, it's Hines. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hundley. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The Colts on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Hundley going to throw for it. They'll roll him out right. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants in the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. They run with Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. To throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. If he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Touchdown, Colts. T.Y. Hilton. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers to the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Henry. 99 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing Tannehill. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Tannehill to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Indianapolis, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.